lives. Bob Schieffer was a young reporter at the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Now, of course, he's an Emmy-winning correspondent and host of CBS's Face the Nation. Jim Lehrer worked at the Dallas Times-Herald and went on to launch the award-winning show NewsHour on PBS. Lehrer even recently wrote a fictional novel about the JFK assassination. I got the opportunity to sit down with these two legendary reporters about their experiences 50 years ago. Bob Schieffer and Jim Lehrer, thanks so much for coming in. It's so great to have you here on this solemn day. Bob, you were at the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, and Jim, you were at the Dallas Times-Herald. The basis of your latest novel, Top Down, is a conversation that you had with a Secret Service agent that morning?
Right. Had to do with the bubble top. The bubble top was up, and the bubble top was not bulletproof. It was plexiglass, designed solely for weather situation, to keep the Kennedys from getting wet in case it rained. It had rained that morning in Dallas, so they had the bubble top up, but it cleared. A Secret Service agent made the decision to take the bubble top down. That was in complete accordance with the orders of the president. He always wanted the bubble top down unless it was a weather emergency, because he didn't want people saying, "Oh my God, there's the president under glass." So he didn't make a mistake. But my novel, this guy has guilt feelings because of he thinks it might saved his life if he had left, Kennedy's life, if the bubble top had stayed up.
Bob, you told me this story once. It's great. Your brother is the one that told you that Kennedy had been shot.
Yes, I was asleep because I worked the late shift. I was the night police reporter at the Star-Telegram. So when all of this happened in Dallas, I was still asleep. He woke me up and said, "You better get up and get to the office. The president's been shot." I did. I was in a total fog. I got up, got dressed. I hadn't been assigned to cover this story. I was pretty upset about it. Went down to the office, and I was just trying to help out answering the phones on the city desk. And of all things, a woman calls in and says, "Is there anybody there who can give me a ride to Dallas?" And I almost hung up the phone, and I said, "Lady, you know, we don't run a taxi here, and besides, the president's been shot." And she says, "Yes, I heard it on the radio. I think my son is the one they've arrested." So I wrote down her address very quickly. Another reporter and I went out to the west side of Fort Worth to that address. There she stood on the curb, Lee Harvey Oswald's mother. And she immediately began talking about the impact it would have on hers. I mean, the president had not been dead 2 hours. And she was saying, "You know, no one will feel sorry for me. They'll give money to my son's wife, but they'll forget about the mother, and I'll starve to death." For her, it was some sort of all about money. And some of the things she said were so bizarre that I didn't even put them in the story. I thought, how would you feel if your son had been arrested for something like this? On reflection, I should have. I think we would have gotten a better picture earlier of exactly who Lee Harvey Oswald was.
And Jim, you went up to Lee Harvey Oswald and questioned him.
Yes, at the police station. They wanted the news people to see that Oswald had been hurt a little bit on his face when he'd been arrested, and they wanted to make sure that the cops weren't roughing him up. So he walked down the hallway, and I was right there. And I said, "Did you kill the president?" And he said, "I didn't kill anybody." And there were cops on both sides. I'm not suggesting he just walked down the hallway. I mean, they were taking him to another office to continue the interrogation. And I wrote that down on my notebook, misspelled his name. I had it something like Lynn Howard Oswald, all that kind of stuff. And I did write down, "I didn't kill anybody." Now I can't find the notebook, Jake, but that's neither here nor there.
Did you realize at that moment that we were almost at an inflection point in the nation, that nothing would ever be the same afterwards?
We'd never seen anything like this. Television had never covered a story the way they covered this, wall to wall. But hanging over this was the uncertainty. What does this mean? Is this the beginning of World War III? Fort Worth, there was a big Strategic Air Command base there. We knew if there was a nuclear war, we would be among the first targets for the Soviet missiles. So hanging over this great tragedy that was unfolding before our eyes was this great uncertainty about what is going to happen next.
At the police station, Jake, it's sometime late in the day. As I say, it was a mob scene, and I happened to just walk by, milling through the crowd like everybody, and there was a guy standing there. My recollection is he was an FBI agent. He was just standing there. And just as I walked by, he said to me, and to anybody who was listening, he said, "Things will never be the same, will they?" And I stopped for a minute and said, just shook my head. And I realized that's exactly right. And it's not just the news media, it's like everything changed. We all became aware of the fragility of it all. And we as reporters, we as Americans, we as citizens of the world, if they could kill the President of the United States, one guy with 3 rounds in 15 seconds, change the course of history, my God. What else could they change? What else could they do? We had lived kind of a charmed life as Americans up to then, and that charmed life ended on November 22nd, 1963.
Jim Lehrer, Bob Schieffer, two men for whom I have such admiration and respect. Thank you so much for being here, for coming here and telling your story.
Thank you, Jake.